Hello everyone again. Okay, we're going to make this part 2 of episode 8 of Crafting with Chris. This is a different style of flowers that I like to make that are also easy and simple. They do come out rather big. They are 4.5 inches wide. So they are a rather large flower, but there are occasions when you can use really large flowers. So there's this pink one that I made and this yellow one. Now I'll show you how to make one. What I use are these petals that come in a bag. I found 3 of them at thrift stores and I've had one bag for quite some time. I have white ones and I have pink ones. And so like on this yellow one, this was made with the white petals, but it has yellow ink on the petals just to give it a very pale yellow looking flower, make it a very pale looking yellow flower. So I am going to, just for fun, make an orange one. You're going to need 10 or 11 petals for each flower. So I take a petal and I go with its natural curl. Its natural curl on the ends here kind of goes down. Get a little ink on my dauber, and at the bottom of the petal I make it fairly dark. Not real dark, but just, darker than I'm going to do the rest of the way up. And then the rest of the way up, I'm just going to barely rub over it and give it just a tinge of color. And of course you could make them as dark or as light as you want. I did make a video once before of a pink one that I had done. I was inspired by one of the flowers that I have out in my front yard that is pink and yellow. And so I started out by putting yellow at the bottom center, and then I put pink at the top, and then just sort of blended in a little bit of the yellow into the pink so that it kind of matched the flower. I put a lot more rows of petals on it and didn't put anything else in the center. I built it up enough to look like the rows that I had out in the front yard. These, I'm just using 2 rows of the petals and then using other things to finish them off with, just to be different. I was watching a video this morning, and the lady was showing how she had made some flowers, and she had also used these white petals, but she did it quite different. She folded the petals. Hold on a second, let me finish coloring this one. She took the petal and she folded it in half this way. Where am I? There you are. She folded it in half this way, and then she folded it in half this way, and she used them like those. So I might try one of those after I finish these and see how that comes out. I've always liked just leaving the petals flat and making very flat flowers. So that they, will work better in a book or I don't know, a lot of things that you can use, wall hanging. But anyway, I just liked the flat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I got enough petals there. So then I take a 1.5 inch circle, a 2-inch circle of cardstock, and on the back side of the petal, I just put a little bit of glue down by the point. And I put it not quite down to the center, but about like that. And then the next one, I put just opposite it. Then I put 2 on each side. And then the next row, and I just do 2 rows of it, I bring it down to the center so they are just ever so slightly shorter than the first ones. You really can't tell that they're shorter because we're only doing like an 1/8 of an inch or and I offset them from the row before. Okay, so that's what we have there. Then I take, sort of similar to the ones we were doing this morning, I take a doily and I put it in the center. So we have this doily here that we will put in the center, like that. Then I went back to my gathered circles. I'll use the small one. And I glue that to the center. Then we are back to a center. Now this one here is another type of center that I have. And this silver one is another type. And I think I'm going to use the gold one in the center of this one as well. And there we have a flower. Now with the with the pink ones, you don't have to color them. I've already done one pink one that I didn't color at all. That's just the natural way. I'm going to try a little different, something different on this one. And I think what I'm going to use, I'm going to use a hot pink. I'm going to see how that will come out. I want to see if it gives it any different coloring. Oh yeah. So there we have a slightly different colored pink. Let's get my arms going in the right direction here. Okay, so there is the difference. That I put the hot pink on one and I didn't on the other. So I think I'm going to do some with the hot pink on them. You kind of have to be selective with these flowers because they, some of them aren't really cut right. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So then we take another circle and we just do like we did with the last one. Okay, so there's that one. And again, compared to this one, just a slight difference. But it does make a brighter pink if you need something a little bit brighter. You could also use other colors. Like in the pink, you could put a little bit of the yellow color in it. Maybe you would want a little bit of green. That's the same one as I used on there. So I don't think I want to use the same thing. So we'll take that doily and maybe that flower. And it looks different from the first one. Okay. So there are the flowers. Let's see, down here maybe a little bit more. Right in there. Okay, those are the flowers that I made with the little petals that you can buy in just about any craft store. A lot of times they're in the bridal section. So anyway, thank you for joining me again. Maybe this gave you a little bit of a different idea on how to make some fabric flowers. And again, at this point, as before, you could embellish it when you get ready to put it on something. You can put some beads dangling from it, some rhinestones, some lace. You could make a lace tassel that hangs down below it. You could do just about any number of things that you wanted to with these flowers. You've got the basics all done. All you have to do is grab a flower, embellish it the way you want, appropriate for the project you're working on, and you got it made. So thanks again for joining me, and I will catch you again later. As soon as I find my mouse here, it seems to have gone far, far away. Excuse me. There he is. Okay, I found him. So have a good day, be crafty, be happy, and I'll check you all out again later. Bye.